Now we can begin.
Let's go into the new game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are playing Bloodborne, my favorite game ever. This is now my favorite game. I've come to decide this.
I feel I agree. It's definitely one of those very special games. It's up there. It's in my top five at the very least. I don't know. It's kind of weird when your previous favorite game is Paper Mario 2, which you love pretty much just entirely because of the charm, like the gameplay and the world and stuff. Like I actually really like the tone of Paper Mario. I'm actually not gonna get into it too much, but like I don't know. Okay, so this is important what we're going with
Yeah.
right here.
What you want here, bro?
Um,
Uh,
I think we settled on a strength build.
yes, we did.
Okay, so
So violent past, or do you want to go? No, it was a strength blood tinge.
was
So
it?
yeah,
Were we gonna do Blood Tinge? I can't remember.
just want to go Milliquest, or hell, we could do waste of skin.
Uh, yeah, whatever you want to do, man.
Let's go
Like,
waste of skin, yo.
okay, yeah.
We got this.
Actually, where does the skill start on that?
Uh,
9. Okay. All
yeah.
right, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's not like actually the
For
skill.
some weird weapons, like you need like 10 or 11, and
Yeah, and stuff like that.
that always gets me because like I wanted to use like the I can't remember what weapon it was. It was the Rakio, and
Yeah.
and you need like 10 strength for that, and I had to put 1 point into it, and it threw off my entire build. Like I don't have even numbers now. That's upsetting to me. If we were actually pros, we would have had a character pre-made.
But we are not. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, so I should start out. Solomon and I have both played this game
I've
to
played
death.
it a lot.
Solomon has played it a lot more than I have, but I've still put maybe like 140, 150 hours into it, which for me, in this day and age, like to put into any single game that isn't like, I don't know, an RPG. I mean, this is sort of an RPG, but it's an action game. Yeah, I don't know. Solomon likes his bright red hair in this game because it stands out a lot against the blue teal tones.
I can't get her hair color right, bro. I wonder if I can just. Where is it? Where is it?
What, like, oh yeah.
There we go.
See? Okay, so yeah.
There we go.
So we are pros, sort of, except for this is just something Solomon had for his personal use.
Yeah, I have a
For
couple
his later
faces
perusal.
saved. All right, cool.
Okay,
You cool with
so
that?
yeah, so insure the name.
All
What
right.
shall we do for the name?
This is up to you, bro. I did face.
Um, I don't know. Let's just go with uh, uh, let's just go with Emma
Emma.
for Emma Stone.
Oh snap! You're totally right. It is kind of Emma Stoney.
M. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Let's not get hung up.
Oh, did I not put
Yeah,
Emma?
you just put in M.
No, I want it.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right.
Off
Cool.
to a great start.
No, dude, this is a great start. People get to look at our creative process.
Which is to say, throw it in.
Yeah, just like, we got this. It's just like, we have like a box of shoes, and it's like there's one mismatched shoe.
One
just like,
mismatched shoe.
They're just like, do we really want to bring this? We don't really need it. We don't have the other one. Throw it in.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Like we have a bunch of sneakers and like hiking boots and stuff, and one high heel. Oh wait, a high heel and a flip flop.
There you go. Or like a hiking boot and a flip flop.
Yeah. Good. All signed in. Now let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry.
You know, I have to say this place looks pretty dirty. I'm not sure I'd want to receive a blood transfusion here.
I would like to see your needles before it goes into my
Too late. Gonna start seeing moldy little tiny corpse babies.
I would absolutely love it if it turned out that this was just one massive trip and you were just like destroying an actual city that is set in these times. Just like you're just killing everyone, and it turns out you're just
Would you
super
love
high.
that though?
I think it would be really funny, but I would also hate it because like I love how deep this game is, and it would just like ruin that. And but yeah, as a joke maybe, but holy crap,
But
this
yeah,
thing is
we
nasty.
are going to be doing an all bosses run. Obviously not the Chalice Dungeon stuff because not only is that stuff tedious and there really isn't anything to talk about.
It's really hard, and I haven't even done that on my like level 200 character.
Yeah, that is literally the only thing that's keeping me from a platinum right now is the Chalice Dungeon stuff, and
Yep.
that's just because I find it to be everything that's good about this game is not in the Chalice Dungeons.
Yeah, there's
Like,
like some lore in the Chalice dungeons, but not a crap ton.
it's scraps of lore, and everywhere else in the game it's scraps of lore. But in
Well,
that one, it's like little crumbs of it, and you're
yeah.
just like scraping at the ground, and the whole time like these things are like sprinting at you. Yeah, it's just it's not a good time.
Those things, like the ones with the stupid dual tomahawks that are constantly running at your
Yeah, those
face.
things freak me out. Same with the naked roller guys.
We will also be going by death. We'll be switching off, and every time one of us kills a boss, that will be counted towards our tally.
Actually, I'm not sure about that anymore.
No, you don't think
Because
so?
like the start of this game we both have down so like like immaculately. Why am I having trouble saying
An
that?
iMac,
We
immaculately.
have it down.
Yeah.
Like we've got it worked out. We've both played through this segment hundreds of times. Um,
Sure, bud.
so like that's a big starting advantage, and obviously, I kind of just think that we should just swap off and just let that just be the natural discourse of things.
Yeah, I get that.
So see that was the thing. It worked for the best friends play, which is where our inspiration for it was, or mine was anyway, since I was the one that suggested it. Then I thought about it some more, and they were doing a blind run, except for Pat, who's a cheater, and
Who's a cheater?
um, yeah, so they were doing a blind run, so it made more sense for them to do some sort of competitive thing.
Yeah.
For us, it's like in order for us to do something competitive, we'd have to like race a speed run, and it wouldn't even be a speed run. It would both take us like 6 hours, and yeah, it would not be very entertaining to watch since we're not like the pace that we follow the pace of the game, which is to say that we're not
By the way,
fantastic.
I have a question. Do you want to? It doesn't break the game in any way, but well, unless you aggro Yusefka, do you want to go the secret way to Canehurst? Well, it kind of like it's definitely a way you're not supposed to go, but it can be done.
I don't even know what you're talking about actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You know where that executioner is? Okay.
Yes.
Like he has the large axe and
Yeah,
stuff.
the first one
Yeah,
you
there's
see.
actually a way that you can jump over the fence and end up in that back area.
Are you sure that didn't get patched out? Because I was actually watching a speed run of this game, where a guy beat it in like, I think it was like an hour and 14 minutes or something like that. I can't remember.
Uh,
I've been watching a lot of speed runs since Awesome
oh,
Games Done Quick is happening. Um, but
I'm doing very bad.
basically, they were talking about stuff, and he said that it got patched out. Some
Hmm.
stuff got patched out, and it's not possible to really do like non all bosses speed runs of the game
Hmm. That is kind of scary then.
in the later patched versions anyway.
Alright. That does make sense though.
But we are doing an all bosses run of
Yes.
this, so
Yes.
like I
Well, it's more to unlock some of the weapons earlier.
yeah. I mean, we're going for the Whirligig Saw, and I don't know what else. I can't remember if we settled on anything, since I remember asking you about it, and I can't remember if we came to any conclusions about that.
I know we were gonna bolt for the Whirligig Saw, but I too am not sure if we decide to
Yeah,
go through
we'll
DLC first or not.
we'll just well we can do a suicide run for the Whirligig Saw for certain,
Oh, absolutely.
because you can just run there.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the way.
Well, except for that one guy with a whip, but other than him, like,
Well, actually,
honestly,
before the guy with the whip, I would say the patrolling guy with the boom hammer near the place with the timed Molotov people.
yeah,
I would
yeah,
say that would be more of a stopping block
yeah. It
than the
isn't.
whip guy.
The only time it isn't is if you've actually like already made it through most of the game and can kill the two timing
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
easier. Because then you can just dodge in and get some sweet viscerals on that Boonhammer guy. But other than that,
yeah.
you're kind of boned. And also, this will always be one of my favorite zones in the game. It's very simple, but it just gets so pretty and it looks gorgeous. I love it. I like its area in the main game more, but like once you get over to the I don't care about spoilers because this game has been out long enough, and if you haven't seen everything, then that's your own damn fault. But like once you get in there to for the boss fight, it just that is like the most beautiful fight arena.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm actually not certain what it is that you like about the non-dream version of the area because I just love the background with all these ominous pillars reaching out to the heavens.
I like the sun. Let's go and axe or saw.
Um, I mean that's really up to you, man.
Oh, I can use either one. Like I've on both my character or on my
Let's just
mains.
go with the saw cleaver.
Okay.
Just go with the classic saw cleaver.
Alrighty. So Cleaver and Hunter Blunderbuss. I've discovered that that is actually really good for fighting the orphan, the blunderbuss. Like
Hmm?
it's crazy
Hmm.
good. You
Interesting.
must be the new hunter.
Yeah, that is going to be the one boss in this run, I believe.
What that we like
That we're
super
going
struggle
to
with.
that's going to take us like a long time to get past.
Yeah, because like even like in New Game Plus, I do struggle with it for the moon presence, but in regular New Game, like it's not that hard. Like I did it first try the last time I killed it, but holy crap, the Orphan of Kos is stupid, and I hate his face.
Yeah, I when I was first doing it, like Solomon got to witness all of my rage
Witness me.
and me just whining about his mechanics. And over time, like the stuff that got me, I learned how to deal with, but it's very frustrating. Like
Cheap.
it feels weird compared to the rest of the game.
Yeah, I watched. I hate to bring up other Let's Players as we've stated in the past, but I was watching the Game Grumps play it, and Aaron did really good when they actually got around to killing it. Like he did very well in comparison to me, who like has a stupid, crazy hard time at that boss. But holy crap, man! Even he needed help on that one.
I can't remember, did he get a summon for that or?
He got one summon.
Oh, okay.
Like he didn't like get tons of people, but he did get one person, and it was kind of funny because he kept. I hate to prattle on about another LP, but he uh, he kept not swiping at the black thing that comes out of
Oh,
Toss at the
yeah,
end,
yeah,
and
I
he just kept
remember that.
hitting the actual body instead of going around and like you know actually just hitting the black thing that was obviously the thing that you're supposed to go after.
Yeah, so pretty much like what Solomon said earlier, like this is pretty much a let's play for those who don't care about spoilers and haven't played the game or have played the game thoroughly like we have.
And just like watching this kind of thing.
Yeah, because really, like, when I suggested that we do it, um, it was basically for our own enjoyment and because I want to have kind of like my conclusion with this game to be documented, you know? Because like I mean I've done everything except for the Thumerian Queen fight, and that is like I don't know. Like once I get that, I'll have done everything. I'll have done everything except for play a strength build, and that's gonna be here.
Ooh, man. Yeah, no, this playing a strength build on this is a lot of fun. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm
Wait.
relatively certain that you can't jump on that ledge anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
No.
pushes you away.
Yeah. Oh man, that's too bad. I was hoping to get around to that. But anyways, doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'd have to play unpatched with worse loading screens
Oh
and
my
worse
gosh.
performance and more
Those
glitches.
those old loading screens were hell.
Like if you, the whole thing about it was, if you didn't die, you saw less of them, and you were like, oh man, I died. Now I have to sit through like 2 loading screens, and just like, it wasn't a good time. Like moving between the dream and stuff. Like I know I go to the dream a lot more now than I did before the big patch. Which actually I took a break from the game in between it was a very short break. It was like 2 weeks. But
My break when I took one was much longer. It was
yeah.
like a couple months.
Yeah, I took 2 weeks away from it and then I got like I think I got to the Nightmare of Mensis and then I didn't realize how short that area is and I got really frustrated with a certain part of it. I can't remember what. And then I came back to it, started a new character and played on that one. I actually still have my first character exactly where I left them when I first started playing.
I'm not doing as good as I did last time I did a bare bone or waste of skin. Because I did a waste of skin recently, and I made it up to Vicar Amelia, and like I did way better that time.
Without leveling up, or
I leveled, just not very
okay.
much. Like, but I didn't really like lose a whole lot either. Like I did 2 tries on no, I did 2 tries on Gehrman
Hmm.
and 1 try on Bloodstar Beast, but like Bloodstar Beast actually becomes really easy.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually have more trouble with Vicar Amelia than I do with Bloodstar Beast now.
I can see that.
Because for me, it's like you get those what do you call them? The numbing mists. And if you accidentally like miss them or something like that, like you get 3 in that one area, I think, and you can buy them, but they cost a lot. Um, if you don't get those, if you don't make those 3 that you get count, then that fight just becomes really long, and it gives you a lot of time to make mistakes and just get dunked on. It's not a good time. So, yeah, obviously, we don't have a whole lot to say about this first area of the game. It's really just a way of acquainting new players with how the area design is laid out, because it kind of fools you at first because you have this really forward path, and then eventually it's just like, well, you're going to start looping back now, and you're going to get used to that later, because that's the way nearly every area in the game is set up, except for uh, I don't know, the Nightmare Frontier, I guess.
Yeah, but like those are all optional areas. Like
Yeah, that's different. Canehurst is the same way, actually.
yeah, like pretty much if it's an optional area, expect to never really go back.
Yeah. Like, they'll still have shortcuts, but it's not like this where you're kind of like going back and forth, like between the zone as you progress.
Yeah, like really the only time I've ever come back here in normally is if I'm farming and I need to get a few things. Like actually no, not even that anymore. Like I started going to the Old Hunters DLC and just killing that one thing that gives you 5 over and over again.
Hmm.
Because it's a much safer run. There's nothing that can possibly kill you unless you like aggro the big guy, but yeah. Or forget about the what's her
The
name?
stabby lady.
Yeah, the one that gouges your eyeball.
Yeah.
That is such a mean enemy. By the
All the
way.
grab attacks in this game, it's like, it feels bad when you get grabbed because the animations are so freaking long, and you're just like, okay. It's one of my grievances with the game, honestly. It's like, I feel like it should just be like they grab you and then they stab you in the eye once and toss you in the ground, and
Instead of
it
just like
and the
I'm going to
animation
slowly
takes
suck your brain out.
like 20% as long because it's really frustrating to just sit there while, you know, everything is getting torn out of your head. Like, I will bend over backwards for this game most of the time to make up for its, you know, in my opinion, few shortcomings, but they are there.
Yeah, we're not disillusioned into thinking that it is perfect in every way. There are problems. Every game has them.
Yeah, like earlier we were complaining about the Orphan of Kos fight, which, you know, I've seen people do that fight at like level 4 unarmed with no armor, but that takes a very different kind of person. And Solomon and I definitely do not have any of the traits that kind of person has, which is, you know, like, we love this game. I put a lot of time into it. Solomon's put way more time into it.
I hope no one saw my save games.
Oh yeah,
and I deleted like 5 of them.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I haven't deleted any of my characters yet, so I could probably like exactly tally up how much time I've spent playing this game. I haven't, but
oh no, oh no,
oh jeez,
that was bad. That was stupid.
Yeah, you don't want to die here to one of these poochies.
Yeah, especially because I haven't opened anything up yet. That was a good save there.
Yeah, I think that's one minor thing that I'm kind of back and forth about, is these enemies that have really fast, like, lunging attacks that often appear in, like, large packs, like the Blade Hounds later, that hit stun you a lot, so you kind of just get caught in between two of them, and they just murder you because they do so much damage and stun you so much you can't roll away.
They ride murder cycles and just stab you with their wheels.
Yeah, basically.
Gosh. By the way, I was playing some Dark Souls earlier. And holy crap! I got to the Rotten finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I also got to this giant rat. And
oh, so the Royal Rat Vanguard.
Yeah. How the hell do you kill that thing?
It's the same way. Like there's kind of a rule with that style of boss in these games. It's like fight the Vanguard like you would Ludwig, like his first form. Just stay up in him. And the Vanguard is actually way easier than Ludwig.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you just stay
him.
kind of underneath him and then just hit his rear legs, and then just kind of, when you get the idea that he's going to do like a big pound attack, then you get down or get away or roll forward towards his hind legs. It's a really easy fight once you kind of figure that out, because that's a very lasting archetype with Souls bosses, is the quadrupedal, very mobile sweep attack style. There's a Dark Souls 1 boss that you learn that kind of form from, and it makes fighting the Vanguard a lot easier.
Whenever someone says form, it just makes me think of Captain Hook from Hook.
You'll have to explain that a little bit as someone who has only seen Hook once, and it was a very long time ago.
Whew, man, Hook was was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up, and it was a Peter Pan movie, obviously. And like Captain Hook, like he tends to say "good form, Peter" all the time.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like I watched that movie so many times growing up that at this point, like whenever somebody says form, I just think good form.
Wait, are you not gonna get the armor set?
Not yet. I want to kill all the rats first.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, I thought that's why you came down here.
It is why I came down here. Also, I just like killing all the enemies up to the boss, and then, and then possibly. Also, I'm debating whether or not I want to legit fight those werewolves or not. Because like
they're not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they're way easier to gun counter than most stuff you fight later. So.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, cool. Man, it's so weird seeing like 62 XP from things right now.
Yeah. Considering you play on like New Game Plus Plus.
Well, and I was using moon runes and farming in the DLC, and so like, okay, come on, there we go.
Yeah.
I was just being stupid potato. Oh no.
Okay, I was gonna be like, oh crap, is that lunge gonna bring him down?
Did he survive? Yeah, he totally did.
Yeah.
Dang it, I hate that. I hate it when I do so good that I do bad.
Yeah, I usually try to lure him out from that little like alcove because it gets really annoying dealing with people with sweep attacks near ledges.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, another place that killed me when I went through on my last wasted skin character was when you go through and you try not to buy that old hunter's mark or whatever it's called, and you just drop down the tower. Yeah, I kept dying there because my health wasn't high enough.
Hmm.
It sucked balls. Okay, I'm gonna equip the armor real quick. This sweet, sweet hunter garb. I think it's funny how like many characters like that I've seen online just use that base armor through the whole game.
I mean, this game is not like Dark Souls. Like the armor really doesn't make too much of a difference most of the time. So like you can pretty much wear this whole set through most of the game. As like with the cape version has very good blood defense from what I know, and there aren't a whole lot of bosses that use blood damage from what I know. But ooh, got smacked.
Don't smack me.
Don't smack him. Um, yeah, I actually would kind of advise against doing like full clears of zones since, you know, like I would like to make this a sort of like clean, quick, you know, run through of the game. Like just try and emphasize fighting the bosses more than. Oh, you actually got the camera. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Just seemed a bit late. I guess that's kind of the point that I was making earlier that even I missed out on because I thought that the gun counters were pretty big, like the window for actually landing it was pretty big on those guys, but it's even larger than I thought.
Oh, it's really big, and that always surprised me.
Hmm.
Just because, and the one reason why I'm gonna do just like one solid full clear of this area is just so I can get leveled up more since we are waste of skin. That and I like grabbing all the items. Makes me feel like a
I mean,
collector.
that's the great feeling about, you know, subsequent playthroughs of the game is you know what items you can skip and you don't need to like comb over the entire game space just to get, you know, just in case you miss like a really good item.
It's actually kind of funny. I don't know where all of the items, or I know where all of the items are located, but I don't know specific items. Like I know where all the pickups for them are and everything.
Well, neither do I. I just know which ones I can skip. Like for the Forbidden Woods, I'm like, okay, once I get to the actual like heavy forest section, I can pretty much skip everything except for the lake rune that gives you shock resistance, which I usually grab for when I go back and do Carl.
Crap.
But yeah, um, everything else in there except for like I'll grab whatever shards I can get on the way because there's a bunch of twin blood shards that are nice to have. But even those I can usually skip because when I do playthroughs, I usually plan which, you know, set of weapons I'm going to use. And unless I'm doing blood tinge, you know, then you only need the 2 rocks you get, and or I guess the yeah, the 2 rocks you get, and however many chunks you get a ton of them in the DLC. So
Yeah, no, especially about halfway through, I'd say, is
yeah,
when you start getting like the most of those chunks, the sweet, sweet chunks.
yep.
Maybe I guess you could just start saying at some point you just start blowing chunks.
Ho
Oh,
ho ho ho.
Solomon and that clever, clever wit. When
Yes,
will it
yes.
ever
Sharp
end?
as attack.
Yeah.
Sharp as a yeah, I'm
Swordfish.
apparently not very sharp because I can't think of a antonym to sharp.
Swordfish. Sharp as
All right, one
a
episode and we haven't fought the first boss yet. How do you feel?
totally okay with
This
it.
is the end of the first episode. This is actually an alright place to leave off.
Is it?
Yeah, because you can just like stand dramatically in front of the boss door.
Okay. Well, I will kill this guy real quick then.
Yeah, you do that and kill the. And now I finally get to do this on stream for the first time ever. Creepy bird, creepy bird, creepy bird. He's a creepy bird. Bye, everyone.